There are few things more important than investing in our youth, who, down the road, will be the leaders of our community and our nation.
With Scouting, I get to see youth who normally don't know how to give back. They're learning to give back to their communities, which is so important. If we don't train our young people to give back, then where are we going to be in 20 years from now?
There's many programs now throughout our community that serves people of need and such, but I think the core thing is it's a program that they can have a sense of community. It has a duration of multiple years where you can advance, get some sense of accomplishment.
Those merit badges that they have to obtain, all 21 of them, they're different steps, and each one of those steps have certain tasks associated with it.
When I joined Scouts at the age of 11, about the only thing I knew how to do was build a Christmas tree fort. And going through the stages, tenderfoot, second class, first class, so forth, all of the merit badges, it's challenging. As we all know, very few make it to Eagle. It's not supposed to be easy. I was able to develop a lot of self-confidence and a self-respect and sense of self-worth.
We're still about developing young people into responsible young adults. And many times it looks like fun and adventure, and certainly these outdoor activities are. We're teaching people how to use a compass. It's going to help a youth when they're out in the woods. But more importantly, we're also helping them with their internal compass, how to make the right ethical decisions moving forward.
It's ever more than just about camping. It's not about that bonfire. It is not about those marshmallows. It's about learning to understand others, to trust one another, to depend upon one another.
I started scouting when my son was in first grade, and he's 14 now. It's changed the way he is in school. Even the teachers comment about how he shows good leadership. He serves on the student council, and it's just built his character to the point that he is comfortable in a lot of different situations that most kids don't develop anymore.
Scouting has impacted my life greatly by widening my learning horizon. You know, when I think about the words of scouting, it amazes me every day. Honor, duty, those are things that really have meaning that I try to apply every day in my life.
There's so many places where young people can spend their time today, but I don't think any is better than the Scouting program. Where can you send your kids and spend time in a program where you learn about commitment, where you learn about helping other people?
Scouting's helped me tremendously my whole life. I was a fighter pilot, I was a Navy pilot. A lot of the things that I was asked to do as a leader in combat are things that felt a lot like the things that I was asked to do as a scout growing up. And so that experience gave me the confidence to make decisions in a framework that is timeless relative to ethics and integrity and honor and duty.
You know, you reflect back on what you learned in scouting, learn how to collaborate with others. And even today, you know, people know that you earned your Eagle Scout. It stays with you.
It may not be the number one item that creates me to hire or not hire a person for a position in our company, but somewhere along the way it becomes even a tiebreaker.
And just to me, it's almost like it saves a first interview. You pretty much know what you're going to get. And I know in the corporal world, I know all my peers, they feel the same way.
I've heard college presidents talk about, even though Eagle Scout, being a scout isn't a criteria to get in their universities, when it comes down to a tie, that they use the Eagle Scout as the tiebreaker.
Scouting matters. Scouting matters in the deepest way, and scouting, I think, is one of the pillars that our society is going to have to rely on if we're going to produce another generation that's going to be leaders.
You look at the leaders of our country, almost all of those have some connection to scouting in their lives one time or another.
Scouting is an extraordinary gift to allow us to impact the youth and our world. Of the 12 men that walked on the moon, 11 were scouts. Scout leaders and CEOs have made a difference in our world.
In Dallas, you have parents in certain neighborhoods who are working hard to provide for their children. So they're not able to participate as pack leaders, as troop leaders. However, they want their children to still be able to enjoy the benefit of participating in scouting. And so Scout Reach allows those parents to be able to put their children into scouting. Some of these young people never thought that they would go very far in life because they didn't have examples, but through scouting, they've seen these examples. They're now off in college, they've become Eagle Scouts, and they're making wonderful choices.
To be able to offer scouting to those who participate in our Scout Reach program is very important from the standpoint of betterment of their lives and our community. We personally have thought it was wrong that those of lesser means could not participate in scouting. That's a major reason that we, through the Reese Jones Foundation, decided to step into that void and pay the way, because we want them to learn all that Scouts learn.
I don't have to worry about seeing them in my court or in any district court for any offenses they've committed. They're going to be our leaders, and that's what scouting is about. It's creating leaders.
Boy Scouts has had such an important impact on our nation from its inception, and I'm especially proud to be involved now as Boy Scouts evolves to meet the current and emerging needs of our community and our country.
I think with scouting, including the family, including females in the organization, it sets the base for, that we're all equals, and versus, what today tries to be some divisiveness in our society.
Scouting brings families together. I remember as a young boy growing up in Brownwood, Texas, my mother took it upon herself to form a scout pack. And because of that beginning, it developed my lifelong love for scouting. As a parent, I believe that's the greatest thing you can do. As a leader in the community, if we can develop young men and women with the Scout ideals, I believe our world will be a better place.
You never, ever are not a Scout. Once you're a Scout and you're true to your scouting oath, then that you carry with you forever.
You should give and you should volunteer because you're helping our future leaders. Somewhere in Circle 10, it's going to help them with a uniform, it's going to help pay for a camp.
It's one of the most important things I do. I'm proud of it. I'm proud to be a part of it. I'm proud of the results. I'm proud of the dedication of Circle 10 Council and its leadership.
If you want to change the world, you start by changing one individual at a time, learning the character traits and values that can make a difference. Scouting develops those characteristics in young people.
Let's teach them to be physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. And it will pay off so well for these kids. They will be happier. They will have stronger families. They will be stronger citizens of their community. Let's help them do this.
Scouting works.
Scouting matters.
Scouting lasts a lifetime.